Welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm your host, Winnie.
And I'm Mike.
And today we are continuing Smart Mirrors, Part 2. We learned a lot about it in the last episode. We learned that they're not just mirrors that, are, really pretty and tell you, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all. They're actually super helpful. You can give them your measurements, and not only will they, kind of suggest some clothes that look great on you for your body type, but they'll also suggest other pieces of clothing that you might like based on what you choose. And then they'll also tell you the weather and the events that are happening near you.
Right.
So you could be really, prepared for whatever you need. And also they'll also tell you a good way to save some cash.
Exactly right. It's like a tailor or a seamstress who will measure your body carefully to make sure the clothes all fit. It's your best friend with good style because they give recommendations. It's a wonderful store clerk because they're telling you about sales, and it's like a local tour guide and even a sort of a radio announcer by telling you the news. And I don't know if I want to know the news.
Yeah, maybe not.
When I'm shopping, give me bad news about something. Oh, I don't want to buy these clothes. I'm sad. I'll go home.
But it's okay, you can mute them.
That's true. I could just not pay attention. I'm sure you can turn these things off. So smart mirrors, as it says in our title, are changing, and we can probably also say will be changing the shopping experience, because I'm sure they're available in a few places now, but probably in a year or two, we will find them in many more locations. Today, we are going to be joining a couple of friends as they go shopping with a smart mirror. They're going to have a smart mirror shopping experience. So let's join Stella and Calvin as they enjoy this new shopping technology. Stella McCartney and Calvin Klein are going shopping together?
Oh, didn't know they were friends.
Very fashionable. Stella and Calvin are in front of a smart mirror.
The mirror gives us a choice. Take a selfie or get fashion tips.
Let's take a selfie and see what happens.
Okay. Look! The mirror put our selfie on a magazine cover.
Cool. And we can use the QR code to download it.
Okay, let's finish this off with smart mirrors are changing the shopping experience. Part 2. Let's see what Stella and Calvin are up to.
Yes, well, it begins by telling us Stella and Calvin are in front of a smart mirror. So they're already there, probably in the store, getting ready to try out this new technology. So let's join Stella as she kicks off our dialogue and see how it's going.
Okay, you're Stella, I'm assuming?
I could be Stella.
I'll do it.
I don't mind being Stella. She's Stella McCartney. Her dad's a Beatle. That's cool.
Okay, so let's get it started.
Yes.
The mirror gives us a choice. Take a selfie or get fashion tips.
Okay. So there you go. A choice. You can choose between a bunch of different things. You can just use it kind of like a camera, I guess, or get fashion tips. Since we're here to be cool and, stylish, we should do that. But Calvin says, let's take a selfie and see what happens. Okay, so they're just gonna try out the technology in a very simple way here. Get it to take a selfie or a picture of them. That is what you are doing when you are taking a selfie. You are pointing the camera back at yourself and you're taking a picture of yourself. In the old days, it was very hard because you couldn't see what you were doing because you normally had to look through the camera to see things. But of course, now with our phones, we can kind of turn the camera around, use the camera on the front, see ourselves, see our friends, smile, take a selfie. And of course, a lot of people do this to not only record happy moments and good memories, but also to use that then to post on social media. But when you take a picture of yourself or yourself with a group of people, you are taking a selfie, a picture of yourself or you.
So then Stella says, okay, look. The mirror put our selfie on a magazine cover. So it's very immediate. The mirror is already like, okay, you took the photo, but look what you would look like on a magazine cover. And of course, a magazine is a small booklet of pictures and articles like Vogue or something like that. So when you're, kind of looking at yourself in the mirror, you're kind of in the mood for, to look like a fashion model or something. And they'll take it to the next step and say, hey, this is what you'll look like on the cover.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, hopefully it's a fashion magazine like Vogue or Elle. Hopefully they don't put you on the cover of National Geographic or Dog Monthly or something like that. Because of course there are magazines about many things, but fashion magazines are still very, very popular. And to be on the cover of a magazine or a book or anything like that is basically to have your face or maybe your name on the front of the book. That's the cover of the book. It's the front. When you go to a bookstore, when you're looking at all those magazines in a shop, you will be looking at the covers and they'll have the title, they'll have the big names of what's in the book or in the magazine, maybe the name of the writer if it's a book. But basically, yes, if you're very famous, you could be on the cover of a magazine, or if you're a famous writer, your name will be on the cover of your books. We could also talk about the cover of a record or the cover of a CD. It's the outside part that we see first when we look at it.
And it's pretty important because that's what sells usually.
Exactly.
Hi, I'm Tina. 我们来看一下刚刚对话里提到的单字跟文法重点。首先来看看单字的部分。Magazine, magazine 名词杂志。Tom bought a new magazine today. Tom 今天买了一本新杂志。Cover, cover 名词封面。The cover of the magazine is very colorful. 这本杂志的封面非常色彩缤纷。我们再来看一下文法重点。刚刚对话提到了 take a selfie 自拍 selfie 指的是自拍照。我们来看看这个例句 Jenny loves to take selfies when she travels. Jenny 喜欢在旅行时自拍。接着我们回到课文当中。
All right, back to our dialogue. So they're looking at it. Cool, says Calvin. So he's also pretty excited to see his face there on, fake Vogue or something like that. And we can use the QR code to download it.
Oh, okay.
So they don't even have to take a selfie of their selfie, which would be a little weird. They can use a QR code and that will get immediately loaded into their phone. They'll have it forever in their photo file. And of course, then they can post it anywhere they want. That's pretty fun.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And it kind of reminds me of like those photo booths where you can draw on it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But I'm excited to see what else it can do.
How fun! Now, let's give its fashion tips a go.
Sounds good. Wow, those trousers look fantastic on you.
Yeah, they look great from every angle. I love seeing myself in 360 degrees.
I'd love to have one of these smart mirrors in my house.
All right, we are back. We're still with Stella and Calvin at the store trying out a virtual mirror or a smart mirror for the first time. They've taken some selfies. They've seen themselves on kind of a fashion magazine cover, but they're not getting clothes yet. I was excited about the getting advice and getting good styles and clothes and stuff. Can we buy something, please?
It has to, entice
That's true.
them,
And I would probably do those things first to just kind of play with it and try it out before now. But now it's time to get serious.
Right. And Stella is saying, how fun!
It is fun, yes.
Now, let's give its fashion tips a go.
Thank you.
So we're getting to where you want to see, it in action. And when you give something a go, it means to try something new. And I'm pretty sure they might have experienced a photo booth, so they know what it's like to take a photo in front of a mirror or a monitor, but maybe they've never tried to get, virtual styling tips, right? So maybe this is what's going to get them to be big fans of these smart mirrors.
That's exactly right. She wants to try something new or give it a go. And Calvin agrees. We know that because he says, sounds good. When someone says something and you agree with it, you can say, sounds good. You could also say that if they play a new song or sing to you. Oh, it sounds good. Wow, he says, those trousers look fantastic on you. Okay, so we can kind of imagine Stella standing there, a picture of her, and suddenly she's wearing different colored trousers that she's not wearing in real life, maybe.
She didn't have to change or anything.
She didn't have to change, exactly right. Trousers are what you wear on your legs. They will not be dresses or skirts. They'll have one part for one leg, one part for the other. You put your legs in, you pull them up, you tie them around your waist, maybe you put on a belt, and they are long. They go right down to your socks or your shoes. They're not the cutoff ones. Those are called shorts. And this is actually maybe a slightly more common word to use in England, in Britain. In North America, we might call them your pants. Put on your pants. But you want to be careful with this because in England and Britain, pants are underwear.
Yeah.
So yes, you don't want to, you wear your pants on the inside in England, your trousers on the outside, whereas in America, you might wear your underwear on your inside and your pants on the outside. So in America, pants, okay. In England, pants, embarrassing.
Right. Okay. And Stella says, yeah, they look great from every angle. I love seeing myself in 360 degrees. Look at that. Look at your degrees. So a degree is basically the measure word for angles. And as she says, when it's, she loves seeing herself in 360 degrees, that means you can see her spin a circle and like you can, I'm assuming the mirror is, you're able to see any angle by moving it a little bit. Or maybe she's just, kind of going like that. But then she's wearing those trousers that she's not actually wearing.
Imagine being able to see your whole bum.
Ooh.
That's weird.
That is weird.
I don't normally get to do that. My neck
That's
doesn't
true.
go
You
that
don't even
far.
get to see your back usually.
No.
Good
very,
point.
very interesting.
我们来看一下刚刚对话里提到的单字 trousers 名词长裤，很用复数哦。Mia is wearing new trousers today. Mia 今天穿了新长裤。Degree 名词度。The car turned 90 degrees to the left. 车子向左转了90度。文法的部分刚刚提到了 give something a go. 尝试某事物，相当于 give something a try. 我们来看看这个例句。Tom decided to give the new game a go. Tom 决定尝试一下那款新游戏。下一个文法 something looks 加上形容词加上 on somebody. 某人穿戴某物看起来怎么样？换句话说就是 somebody looks 加形容词加上 in something. 注意两者的介系词的用法不一样哦。我们来看看这个例句。That dress looks beautiful on Lily. 所以你也可以说 Lily looks beautiful in that dress. Lily 穿那件洋装看起来很美。接着我们回到课文当中。
All right, we are back. So Calvin and Stella are both quite impressed with this smart mirror that they're using. They're looking at the new trousers or pants that Stella might be buying. And it's cool because they can check it out from any angle. You don't have to take pictures of your bum or have your friend tell you, how do I look? And your friend's like, that's not good. So you can use it in a very good way. And it makes shopping by yourself much easier and, much safer in some ways. You can feel more confident because you know exactly what you look like. And Calvin says, I'd love to have one of these smart mirrors in my house. So yes, now there are probably things you find in clothing stores, but who knows? As the technology becomes more common, more popular, and cheaper, it could be something we have in our house. But I don't know, I'd worry about a camera in my bedroom.
Yeah, I remember there was a movie in the 90s called Clueless, and she had this software where she has all of her clothes.
She can, flip through the clothes.
So maybe if they had one of those features, and you know what, Mike, we can just use a towel and just cover the
That's
camera.
true. Yeah. That's true. I could just turn the mirror around to face the wall.
Yeah, problem solved.
Or something like that. There you go. But yes, who knows? Maybe they will be in our homes in the future, but now they're in stores, so why not go out, see if there's one in your neighborhood, and check it out. It could totally change your relationship with shopping and stores and all of that stuff.
Right.
Take care of yourselves, guys. Be happy with yourselves no matter what you look like, and take care of each other too. We will always be here for you guys, and we hope to have you come back soon.
See you on the next one.
Bye-bye, and happy shopping. Stella and Calvin are in front of a smart mirror.
The mirror gives us a choice. Take a selfie or get fashion tips.
Let's take a selfie and see what happens.
Okay. Look! The mirror put our selfie on a magazine cover.
Cool. And we can use the QR code to download it.
How fun! Now, let's give its fashion tips a go.
Sounds good. Wow. Those trousers look fantastic on you.
Yeah, they look great from every angle. I love seeing myself in 360 degrees.
I'd love to have one of these smart mirrors in my house.
我们来复习一下这一课的重点单字跟文法。单字的部分 magazine 名词杂志 cover 名词封面 trousers 名词长裤 degree 名词度。接着我们来看文法的部分 take a selfie 自拍 It's fun to take selfies with friends 和朋友自拍很好玩 Give something a go 尝试某事物 Give this recipe a go You may like it 试试这个食谱你可能会喜欢 Something looks 加上形容词 on somebody 某人穿戴某物看起来怎么样也可以说 somebody looks 加上形容词加上 in something That hat looks funny on Jason 也可以说 Jason looks funny in that hat Jason 戴那顶帽子看起来很滑稽以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，那我们下一次再见喽，拜拜。
Ooh, I'm so excited for my cake.
Well, I thought you're vegan.
I'm ovo-lacto-vegetarian.
Ovo what?
You don't know what that means?
You know.
Let me explain. Today, we are going to talk about different types of dietary restrictions.
Now, most of us eat things like meat, so chicken, beef, and we also eat seafood like fish and shrimp, and we have eggs, dairy, and last but not least, vegetables. But Kiki says she's octo-lavo-vegetarian, which means she doesn't eat octopuses.
No, you're not even close. Ovo-lacto.
Okay.
Ovo meaning eggs and lacto meaning dairy. So even though I'm vegetarian, I am able to eat eggs and have cheese or drink milk. Yes.
Okay, so, but
I don't eat meat.
Okay, so she's definitely not vegan, which means she doesn't eat anything that has been produced or came from an animal. So no animal byproducts, no living things like eggs, dairy, meat, obviously, and also even honey. Honey comes from bees.
Yeah.
And then we also have pescatarian, which I used to be a pescatarian. So that means I don't eat meat. I didn't eat meat, but I did eat things like Nemo.
No.
Oh, sorry.
You can't eat Nemo, that's poisonous.
Okay.
But you would eat shellfish?
Yeah, shellfish. So shrimp, crab,
Jellyfish.
oysters. Oh, jellyfish, yeah. And yeah, so things like that. But there are a lot of different reasons as to why people would have different, dietary restrictions. Religious reasons, health reasons, maybe even environmental reasons. And maybe you just want to try it. So there's all these different types of diets you can try.
Well, even though Winnie and I follow different diets, I'm just happy that I can share my honey cake with you, Winnie.
Oh, thanks. Anyway, remember to follow us on Instagram and leave us a DM or email us if you have something you want to say in English and you just don't know how. Kiki, do you have anything you want to say?
Yes. Give me my honey cake.
No,
stop.